In this video, I cover how Counter-Strike 2's new mechanics and features are going to change the meta from CSGO. Let's get into it. Nading the smokes is very overpowered in CS2 as you dissipate the smoke for seconds, allowing you full vision onto the enemy, negating the purpose of the smoke, which is to give you cover. One of the metas in Dust 2 CSGO was to drop HE nades in spawn for your teammates to nade short when the Ts would take it as part of their defaults. Or the other two ways was to throw the nades up into short to nade lower tunnels, or to throw it at mid doors when the Ts would mid to B split. Besides that option, in CS2, you will see this player be able to chain nades into the smoke wall, so Ts can therefore bait the nades by throwing a fake smoke, or another option is to layer smokes, meaning put up another smoke allowing you cover if the opponents decide to nade your first smoke, which will give you cover as the nade will only take away the first smoke. On Dust 2 CSGO, the most commonly executed consists of the Latch One Way Smoke and Avant-Garde Smoke to push out short. These smokes serve for two purposes. First, they give you full cover to get out safely, and second, you can scale behind these smokes, giving you a one-way, and for the CTs, it's very hard to spot. If I were to try out these smokes in CS2, you will see that there is no one-way smoke by the bricks, and secondly, the Avant-Garde Smoke is negated, as these smokes in CS2 are volumetric and rise up in height, which takes away the one-way. The smokes will still give you cover, but you can't see over them like how Hobbit did in the previous clip. Now, these smokes can easily be disrupted with an HE. Say if the Ts were executing with these smokes in CS2, you could just throw an HE and your opera at the corner will have a field day. Easy pickings. HE nades will be valued even more now, and you will see a lot more players purchasing a nade over a flash. So instead of going double flash, you will definitely see HE flash. Now, speaking of the value, certain positions will definitely want to favor an HE. For example, if you are the outside player on Nuke, with Ts throwing smoke walls, you could easily disrupt that with one HE, and also having your teammates drop you HEs can be a game changer. This is me in CSGO, so use your imagination guys, since the only map available right now is Dust 2 and CS2. So the smoke wall comes up, I nade it, I spray down because the smoke's dissipated, and then I throw another nade and then the smoke is gone. Shooting holes is not that big of an issue through the smoke, however you can see the person spamming a tracer, so it could be a disadvantage. But with the silencer, you're not going to see any tracers, but you still see the holes. Could this mean the return of the M4A1S? One advantage that pros took advantage in CSGO was the smoke physics, where whoever was inside the smoke and you would phase the smoke out would have the advantage, meaning you would be able to see your opponents first when the smoke faded before they could see you. You can still phase the smoke in CS2, however the smoke physics is different in CS2 as both sides will be able to see each other at the same time. Also, it can be dangerous to phase the smoke if the enemy throws a nade into a smoke, which exposes you. Besides the fact that the smoke can be blown up by the nade, the other characteristic it has that can change the meta is the volumetric feature, meaning it spreads to take up space. So here are two examples of this new smoke characteristic. This smoke fully covers the door in height, as in CSGO it would not. You could back up to see over the smoke. In CSGO, for smoking off B tunnels, the smoke wouldn't go all the way towards the top, meaning Ts can boost behind the smoke to see towards platform. There you saw Robs doing a dual boost to see over the smoke up close, and here you see Team Spirit doing a triple boost to see over the smoke. In CS2 you can't do so as the smoke fully arises and reaches the top of the tunnel. With this new smoke physics, it will have an impact in finding new smokes that are more suited for its characteristics compared to some of the CSGO smokes. So example is the Xbox smoke in CSGO was commonly thrown. Here's a more updated Xbox smoke that actually lands behind Xbox, and due to the volumetric and physics of the smoke, takes up all the space and blocks off the door. Let's say for example on Mirage with these smoke changes. In CSGO, if anytime the T smoke off CT, usually you could peek over it or you could throw your own one way to see over the smoke. Here in CS2, I expect this to be the smoke where you're not going to be able to see over the smoke and give you that one way. Also, the strongest smoke that CTs throw on CSGO is this bottom con smoke, which is a defensive smoke, but it also gives you a one way on both ends, which is very annoying to deal with. I expect here in CS2 that if you throw the bottom con smoke, it's going to fully cover all the way up top. So it's not going to give you that one way anymore. So something like this, if you were to imagine. And then also another possibility that might happen with the smoke on Mirage is this is your normal top con smoke in CSGO, which does leave you a gap towards this right here, So when oppers, if they do the short jump, they could spot the gap here for T's crossing. I expect the top mid smoke in CS2 to give you more cover. How this smoke feature will play into effect is, first, you might only need less number of smokes for certain executes. For example, mid to B and Dust 2 in CSGO require the top and bottom smoke to give full cover. In CS2, you can just throw the top smoke and it gives full cover. This is game changing because it's going to allow you to have an extra smoke in your artillery. I just threw the mid to B smoke from Catwalk that's going to land up top. I got this from Searson. You'll see that this solo smoke will give me full cover, as if in CSGO I would throw the top and bottom. So this single smoke gave full cover, so you just need to molly off the box here to cover the boost. Otherwise, as you'll see here, you cannot spot any gaps inside the smoke. So if I'm an A opper and I see that smoke come in, you'll see the smoke fully take away the gaps here. Alright, I can't do anything about it. Even if I jump down here to look over towards the door, which in CSGO, some smokes would allow you to do so. Another example is the cross smokes from long to go towards A. So here I'm going to throw one smoke that allows me to cross instead of two smokes like you would in CSGO. This smoke will land perfectly in the middle and it's going to bloom and volume towards the left and right wall, giving you full cover. So if you were to cross up close, the CTs won't be able to spot you. You would have to wait for the smoke to fully bloom for it to take effect to give you the full cover. Here's what the smoke is going to look like from the CT side. So how I talk about the layering before, so you can use the second smoke as a layer to cross in case the CTs nade the first smoke. Let's say 30 seconds are left in the round and CTs smoke you off tunnels. Well, you can nade it before going through to see if any CTs are playing behind the smoke. You can punish the CTs for doing so. Maybe in the pro scene, one player will save a nade, and then as for the execute, they'll nade the smoke and then throw a flash, and then the entry fragger doesn't have to worry about going through the smoke as they have the nade there to open up the space to see. Now the CTs have to pay closer attention to the smoke because anytime you hear the nade, you have to be ready. So like Inferno, if the CT smoke you off late into the round and you want to execute still, you can still do so by nading the smoke, and then it's going to allow your entry fraggers full vision to see if anyone's playing behind the smoke. Another utility meta we might see in CS2 is this tweet from Moses who says that if you nade at the right time when the smoke is about to bloom, you could delay it from doing so, which gives you that extra second to punish your opponents. I'm going to use Dust 2 B door as an example. The first clip was just to show you without the nade. Here is the nade as the smoke's about to bloom, and just like Moses says, gives you the extra second. In CSGO, there are skyboxes in Dust 2, which we're going to see a crazy combo from here from Magis, who does smoke off the hinge for the mid door, and then he follows up with a short Molotov that bounces off the skybox. Here's me replicating the same Molotov that Magis just threw in CSGO. There is no skybox, it blows up in the air, does not bounce. So with no skyboxes, that means essentially you could smoke B door from T spawn with this lineup that I got from Rushly 1 2 3 4 5 6. The case is to be seen if there will be no skyboxes on other maps, which is very important to note because on Inferno B site, it's very crucial for the new box Molotov. Now, what about one-way smokes, which were super overpowered in CSGO because the smoke gives an advantage to the user and the enemy can hardly spot the player using the one-way. This is a one-way smoke Jax used in CSGO for A site. I'm going to replicate it in CS2 and show you that it still works. I'm going to have a gap here that I can see ramp, and as you'll see when I come up ramp, I'm not able to spot the player behind double. It's very hard to spot. Here's another common one-way smoke that pro players would throw in the pro scene. So they would throw it off the ramp. It's a defensive one-way to shut down short, and you can peek towards the right of the smoke. You'll see as I'm scaling up towards sight that it's very hard to spot the head of the CT model. However, don't get the idea that one-way smokes all work. You're going to see here in CSGO the Lexi one-way smoke A site that I showed in my previous video. You can see over the smoke towards ramp, and it's very hard to spot him. I replicated the same smoke in CS2, and as you'll see, the smoke height and the volumetric of it takes away and negates the one-way, and I can't see anything. So one-way smokes from CSGO transition to CS2 are not fully gone. I'm going to be releasing more CS2 content soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Till next time, NartOutHere, peace.